It is time for underreactions as well. Here are some storylines. Yeah, you guys can tweet the Up and Adam Show if you're watching on Twitter. We appreciate you. Go subscribe to the YouTube page. Some of our best work gets done in those YouTube breaks when I bleed into them and run into them, which is not really great that I do that. But sometimes I do because I'm just excited to talk a little ball here. These are our underreactions, things that aren't getting enough love headed into week 14. I want to start with the big dogs in the AFC South because I love Matthew Hamilton, longtime friend of mine, and I love the Jags fans. And Indy's got to do something. And Coach Lou and hobbled Daniel Jones against this Jags team if they want a prayer for some playoff action because the Jags are on top, okay? They're atop the AFC South. And I think that we are underreacting to how this offense in Jacksonville has really found a little groove over the last month. Over the first 7 weeks of the season, this was a 25th ranked offense. They were bottom 10. It was messy. It was not good. If you look at this now, since Jacksonville's maybe perfect bye week in week 8, they've been a top 5 offense. They've scored just under 30 points per game, going 4-1 over the last 5 weeks. And the scary thing about this is that it feels like they're just getting started because now they have most of their pieces back in the lineup. Brian Thomas Jr. back after a 3-game absence. He's huge, okay? They got to win over the Titans on Sunday. There we go. I am hoping we see him back on track and healthy. Tight end Brenton Strange, great football name. He's missed a month and a half. We haven't seen him. He had 138 and a score since he got back 2 weeks ago. And if you add those two to the mix, with this at the buzzer deadline situation, bringing in Jacoby Myers, who's been a revelation for this team, which nobody seems to be talking about after coming over from Vegas. Parker Washington, anyone? That's right. We're starting our national show with Parker Washington because he really stepped up when BTJ was dealing with his stuff, okay? All of a sudden you have depth, you have chemistry, you have confidence with these guys, and Trevor has weapons on weapons at his disposal, not to mention a very dynamic run game, as we know, with ETN and Tootin. So it's absolutely wild to think that they've been scoring at this rate while Trevor has thrown 7 touchdowns, 6 picks over this stretch, okay? With all the pieces back, it's go time. If we can turn up the heat here down the stretch, are we going to 2017 this baby? Are they going to be a contender in the AFC? Maybe. The defense has been great too. Kind of last thing we're waiting on here. I want to see some things from the defense, but we know that they have the talent. Okay. So what are we underreacting to, guys? Let me know. I'm looking at the Twitter feed right now, sitting here in Jersey on the East Coast. Gronk on the way. We've got some Hall of Fame breaking news this morning to talk to him about, but I'm on the East Coast, AFC East. Okay. The Dolphins season, somewhat of a wash. Tyrann Mathieu saying that Mike Tomlin should be the coach down there. Maybe that's the future holds. But for now, I don't want to underreact to ACHANE, Devon Achane's ascension into a very interesting 2025 top tier of running backs. Okay. We have to give him his due. He's always had the talent to enter that class, but now he's been given the opportunity here. And the results have been truly staggering. He had 20 plus carries just once in his first 38 career games. I'll say that again. Achane got the ball 20 plus times once in his first 38 career games. He's now gotten 20 plus carries in 3 straight games. He has he's running the Dolphins. They won 3 straight games with him averaging 154 total yards a game on 6.6 yards per carry. So impressive. Are you kidding me? He's as explosive and as versatile as you see in this National Football League. And this recent run of success has really put him in some rare air, okay? With his latest rushing score, and that was this past Sunday, he is now the 6th player, just the 6th guy in the Super Bowl era to have 20 plus rushing touchdowns and 10 receiving touchdowns within his first 3 years in the league. Hamilton found that, and that deserves a little love here. And I hope he sees this, Dolphins fans. I hope you see it. Retweet it. Give me some fire emojis, rocket emojis, explosive emojis, whatever you want. Spicy pepper, whatever you want to do. It's him. It's Kamara. It's CMC. It's Roger Craig, a legend. Hall of Famer Marcus Allen, my crush, and Chuck Foreman, and that's it. So that is insane, right? Think about the fact that he's on this list, even though he missed 6 games his rookie year. And he has 5 games to go still in 2025. What in the world? That's crazy. I also want to mention 5.6 yards per carry, tops on that list. Kamara is the only other guy on there that averaged over 5. So very, very necessary to recognize ACHANE as a legit superstar in this league. Hemi, really quick. It's 5.6 or 6.6? It's 6.1 now? What is it now?
So he's averaged 6.6 over this 3-game streak where he's getting those 20-plus carries. He's averaging 5.6 for his career, which is up there with the all-time greats, too.
Something to hang your hat on? Hang your head on. As a Dolphins fan, is he locked up there? Is he staying there? I don't know. He's
still on his rookie deal. They're going to have to sign him to an extension soon for sure. But yeah, that's the biggest bright spot out of this season. They found themselves a genuine superstar.
Yeah, unbelievable. And so it's not just, the games where you're watching his highlights against the Bills and you can say they were in defense. It's not that. That was just part of what he has done and really what he's done for these 38 career games. Okay, I have to tell you that we have been texting about one person every week. Hamilton and I. We watch all the games, of course, separately on separate coasts, and we will text about certain things happening. And no name has showed up more week in, week out with more exclamation points than Marcus Jones. Me to Hamilton, Hamilton to me. We were on a plane. We weren't sitting next to each other. We're just texting each other about the greatness. And yes, Drake May, Vrabel, fantastic. We are underreacting to Patriots corner Marcus Jones and what he has meant on a 10-game winning streak on a potentially Super Bowl bound AFC winning, 1-seed winning Patriots team. I am not exaggerating. He has made a game-breaking play every week. 87-yard punt return. Let's take a look at it. Touchdown. They get the Patriots going and then win over the Panthers, of course. A feisty winning Panthers squad. The 61-yarder he had a little bit later in that game. My goodness, they were down 6-0 before this and won. It's so fun. And won 42-13 was the final score. How about picking off Josh Allen in the red zone? Let's take a look at that. There we go. Sunday Night Football. Not only did this prevent a Bills score, it led to a Patriots touchdown that absolutely changed things around, turned the table, put them up by double digits. Can we see? I guess we just saw the Ravens pick 6. Here it is. Look at that. Right time, game-breaking play, pure instinct there. Tricks Flacco. He thought he had the check down open, didn't he, old man Flacco? New England trailing at that point, and they never trailed again after that score. And then there was, let's take a look, the 94-yard punt return. Cue the have a holly jolly Christmas here. Just a nice jog. Unbelievable. This broke the Giants, in my opinion. Marcus frickin' Jones is one of the most dangerous playmakers in the entire league. And he doesn't even play on the offensive side of the ball, though he has, and wish he did. By the way, he did something pretty cool with his punt return as well that you're seeing. It's unbelievable. He hit his 75th career punt return, which now qualifies him on the all-time leaderboard, which he currently sits atop, by the way, averaging 14.6 yards per return in his career. And that is very significant. As you can see here, no one else on this list has done that in the last 40 years. And the impact, let me tell you this, Marcus, Amani, his lovely girlfriend, the team, I've heard he is, whenever I ask anybody or bring up Marcus Jones, it is always followed by, there's no better guy. There's no better human. There's no better guy. And there's a lot of great guys up there. What he does in the community, he's used his passion of making music to help make a difference. Covered by Music, he's the foundation, okay? He inspires and supports young musicians with musical education, programming, mentoring, life transformation skills that they might not have access to. He's doing this week in, week out, a huge part of why they come back, why they stay on top, everything in between. So love Marcus Jones. And I'm not just saying this because he's a Patriot. So is our next guest, a 4-time Super Bowl champ. Gronk is here. We'll be back after this live from MetLife, where he's done some damage in his NFL career. We will be back.